Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're going to crack the code on one of the most demanding challenges in the professional world, the modern software engineering interview.
It can seriously feel like an impossible task, right? But the process is actually more of a structured journey than some big mystery. So, okay, let's dive into this.
We're going to take that feeling of being totally overwhelmed and turn it into a clear, actionable plan, showing you exactly what's coming at every step.
Your journey doesn't even start with a person. It starts with an automated test. This is their very first filter.
So what's really interesting here is that this isn't just a pop quiz on coding. It's a super systematic way for these companies to find the best talent and to make sure the playing field is level for everybody right from the get-go.
See, they're not just looking for a solution that kind of works. They want an efficient, really robust solution that proves you think like an engineer. It's about performance and handling all the weird edge cases, not just stumbling into an answer.
And this number just perfectly illustrates the pressure you're under. You get 105 minutes. That's it, for 2 coding challenges, and you have to explain your approach. Time management is absolutely everything here.
So if you manage to pass that first gate, you get to enter the main arena. And this is where your core technical skills are really put to the test.
The technical interviews are basically split into 2 huge pillars. You've got your specific coding problems on one side and architecting massive systems on the other. Think of it like this. One is about the tiny microscopic details of code, while the other is about the huge macroscopic vision for the architecture.
You need a rock-solid, and I mean rock-solid, understanding of computer science fundamentals. These are the tools you're going to use to solve any problem they can dream up and throw at you. There's just no faking it. Your foundation has to be strong.
And honestly, the sheer volume of potential problems can feel a little overwhelming. I mean, it covers everything from basic arrays and strings all the way up to complex graph traversals. That's why platforms like LeetCode have become such essential training grounds.
This part becomes especially crucial for the more senior roles, your SDEIs and SDE3s. At that level, you're expected to be leading projects, so you better be able to think about systems that millions and millions of people are going to use.
And they'll ask you to design systems you use literally every single day. This is how they validate your ability to think about big concepts like scalability, reliability, and architecture. It's way less about writing perfect code and way more about your thought process for building something massive from scratch.
So technical skill gets you in the room for sure, but it is not the only thing they care about, not by a long shot. You also have to prove you're a good fit for the team and the company culture.
And this is the crucial point, right? At a place like Amazon, culture isn't just some poster hanging on the wall. It's a core part of their decision-making process. You could almost say these principles are the operating system for how they work.
So this isn't about memorizing answers. It's about structuring your own personal experiences to show that you're aligned with their core values. They want to hear real stories about challenges you've actually faced and how you handled them.
Okay, so after going through this whole process, what's the big takeaway? Let's put everything we've talked about together into a clear roadmap for you.
A successful strategy is really built on these 3 pillars: strong technical foundations, consistent practice, and a genuine understanding of the company culture. If you neglect any one of these, your chances of success drop a lot. And this little detail shows that while the bar is incredibly high, they're also trying to build a community of people who actually enjoy working together. They're hiring a future colleague, not just a coder.
It really is something to think about. This whole process has basically become the industry standard for big tech, and it's shaping how an entire generation of engineers learns and grows. Thanks for joining us for this explainer.